look at what Utah was about to do. 5 seconds remaining in regulation. The inbound. Their fifth championship in the last 7 years. Just 0.6 of a second remaining. It's a 4-point lead. There will. Now probably they'll say now it's over. The clock did run out. The Utah Jazz indicating that there still should have been 0.6 of a second remaining. But the indication is it is all over. The Bulls have won the title by defeating the Jazz 90-86. It is bedlam here at the United Center. Chicago Bulls, their second straight championship, 5 in 7 years. For the Utah Jazz, the conclusion to what has been a terrific season. A record of 64-18, a franchise record, but this is how it concluded for the Jazz.
Marv, the height of Tony Kukoc on the inbounds pass, he deflected that ball, and when it bounced, Scotty just dove for it. And then the finishing slam for Kukoc to cap it.
That was Shannon Anderson on the floor, not really a threat. Scottie Pippen looking to hang in the middle of the floor, so quick to it, and then having the wherewithal to knock it loose to Kukoc before he gets fouled.
And Phil Jackson, so calm, so at peace with himself. And then the triumphant fist in the air. And he starts whistling, the true sign of a coach.
And the Janet MVP here in Chicago, that's directed to Michael Jordan, finished as the runner-up in the regular season to Karl Malone. The celebration continues here at the United Center in Chicago.
Well, it was obviously Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen carrying the offensive load, but they desperately needed their supporting cast, not with any mammoth numbers or anything like that, but just key plays here and there. They got it from Judd Bushler. They got it from Tony Kukoc on that last defensive play. And did they ever get it from Steve Kerr on the game-winning field goal?
And then when it was all over, Karl Malone goes by and congratulates Phil Jackson. An emotional moment there, very tough and disappointing. You don't get this far very many times. And then the two MVPs, Jordan and Karl Malone.
And the man who hit the game winner, Steve Kerr, out of the University of Arizona in his 9th NBA season, had not been shooting well throughout the series. We mentioned the critical shot he missed from deep in the corner in game number 4. But he hit the big one here this evening.
Well, it was 2 games ago that Phil Jackson challenged Steve Kerr to get much tougher and more physical defensively against John Stockton, telling him that he was going to stay with him if he gave it to him at the defensive end. In game 5, Steve Kerr got tangled up with Stockton on a couple of occasions. In fact, getting it technical, but that big field goal by Steve Kerr has to make him feel very, very good.
Well, this capacity crowd remaining. We have lots more to come. We'll be talking to some of the key members from both teams. We'll have the presentation of the championship trophy by NBA Commissioner David Stern and the announcement and presentation of the NBA Finals MVP trophy. We'll be back in Chicago after this from your local station.
Miller Lite congratulates the NBA champions. presentation, here's NBC's Ahmad Rashad.
Well, they had this party here last year, and once again, the Chicago Bulls are the 1997 champions. Now for the presentation of the 1997 championship trophy, and I'm joined by Jerry Reinsdorf, chairman, Jerry Krause, vice president of operations, co-captains Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, head coach Phil Jackson, and now for the presentation of the award, here's the commissioner, David Stern.
Two great teams showed the world the best of NBA basketball, but there can only be one champion. And the Chicago Bulls are the 1997 NBA champions. An extraordinary effort. Congratulations, Chicago. Congratulations, Chicago Bulls. Congratulations, these spectacular players. Here it is, the trophy. You take it, Steve.
The most valuable player award for 1997 finals. Once again, here's the commissioner.
Who could it be? 5 finals, 5 championships, 5 MVPs. He showed us he's the best basketball player in the world. He's got the most courage we've ever seen. Congratulations, Michael Jordan, 1997 Finals MVP. Out of 7 years, Mr. Reinsdorf, you got to feel like this is, in fact, a dynasty.
Well, it's incredible. It never gets less exciting, but we beat an incredible team. I mean, this is the toughest team that we played in the playoffs, and they really ought to be co-champions. What a courageous team Utah has, and what a great victory for our club and for our fans. Tonight, as great as our players were, the energy and the life in this building, I know, made the difference of putting them over the top. So thank you, all the fans of the Chicago Bulls.
Come on up, Phil. Now, I know the destination is important, but I know that you enjoyed this journey this year.
No, I didn't enjoy this journey. This was filled with injuries and suspensions, but we had a great run, didn't we? It was wonderful. I want to take my hat off. Let me put it on. I want to take my hat off to the two leaders on this team, Scottie and Michael, who did a wonderful job.
Phil, before you get out of here, Phil, it was so much fun this time. We're going to do it again next year?
Oh, man. I don't know. 3 times is nice. I know that. I can't remember when it was.
But you think you guys will get together and do it all again?
Oh, tough question to ask us right now. We're just enjoying what we're doing.
Celebrate. Go ahead and celebrate.
Yes.
Michael, you're named MVP, but as you accepted the trophy, you said to Scottie that he was your MVP.
Scottie Pippen we're a tandem. It's hard to split us up. He means a lot to me when I go out and play on the basketball court. He relieves a lot of the pressure that I have to deal with. I try to do the same for him. It's hard to take this MVP by myself. He's got to take half of it. I take the trophy, he may get the car.
Scottie, the first one had to be real sweet. What about the 5th one?
This one was great. It was a lot tougher for us, a very difficult task to beat the Utah Jazz. We take our hats off to them. They gave us a hell of a series. But we stepped up as champions to do, and we brought it back home for number 5.
Yes, sir!
Jerry Krause, it's got to be a proud moment for you.
Proudest moment I've had in a long time, and you're the greatest fans in the world, and that's what this is all about. Thank all of you.
All right, congratulations, Jerry. All right, let's throw it out to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Ahmad. I'm here with Steve Kerr. and his son, Steve, that big shot. Michael was double teamed. You ended up with the ball. Tell us about it.
Well, Michael told me during the timeout to be ready. He said, Stockton's going to come and double me. You be ready. I said, I'll make one for you.
How many times have you watched that tape of John Paxson in the championship against Phoenix, and was that the same feeling?
I'll tell you what, it's been pretty tough to live up to John Paxson and what he did. And I'm just glad I finally made one of those big shots.
The feeling on the bench, everybody knew the ball was going to Michael, and then you ended up with it. Were you surprised? Ahmad Rashad said that you told Michael coming out of the huddle, I'm going to be open because they're going to double team you guys.
Well, Stockton's been leaving me all series, and I haven't made shots, and it's about time I made one.
All right, Steve, congratulations.
Thanks.
Let's send it back now to Marv Albert.
All right, thank you, Jim. Friday the 13th, certainly a lucky day, a very fortunate day for the Chicago Bulls. They're able to follow up on the record-breaking season of a year ago as they go 69-13 and move on to a 5th NBA title. Much more to come from Chicago, including a talk with Karl Malone. The Bulls have won in 6. We'll be back. Michael Jordan continuing the celebration, the confetti flying from above here at the United Center. Let's get back to Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Marvel. I'm now with the only man in the history of the NBA to win back-to-back championships with 2 different teams, Dennis Rodman. Dennis, this has got to be a tremendous relief for you. You really struggled throughout this series, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I think I played pretty well this game, Game 6, and it's a relief that I got this off my shoulders. And it feels pretty good, though, it feels real good. But, after all the things that have been happening to me, I think that I deserve a little goodness.
That's certainly true, but why didn't you have the energy that you have had for so many years, and particularly throughout this regular season in this series?
Well, the regular season, I've been having a good energy. I played pretty good besides some of the things that have been happening. But to this series, it's like the Atlanta series. I've been taken out, I wasn't effective, but I think people go through that, whatever. I mean, we go to those things through life, and this is one of them.
What do you have to say about Utah? Was this the best series that you have been in as a professional, or was it one of those Pistons-Lakers series?
I think it's one of those Pistons-Lakers series, and but Utah gave a great fight. They're a great team. It could have been a NBA champion, but
were they better than you had expected?
Oh yeah, totally. Utah's a very sound team, very fundamental team, and you got to take those hats off to those guys. They got a great team over there.
What about your future now, Dennis? It appears as though you may have worn out your welcome here. Do you feel you'll be back, or do you feel you'll continue in the NBA?
I don't think I worn out my work. I think people need to rally around me and help me out for a change instead of people throwing darts at me and things like that. I've done a lot of good things to this city. I've done a lot of good things for the people around the country, and people like to see me. I entertain, and hopefully that people won't see my negative things and look at the good things sometimes.
You cried just before the game tonight in the pregame. How much emotion has it taken out of you, this apology and what you have been through the last few days?
Well, last few days, I'm a strong individual, and it's just the fact that I've taken a lot of abuse, in my life, and especially this year. And it's just worn on me at this particular moment. And people,
much of it, you'll admit, is deserved.
Much of it deserved. But I look at it like this. I'm a human being. I got emotions, and so many times you can pound a man to the ground. And I felt emotion today and on the show, and I hope people will look at that and say, hey, that's not a fake. That's real. That's an individual there.
Dennis, congratulations. Enjoy the moment.
Hello, Mom. Hello, Alexis.
All right, let's send it back now over to Mark.
All right, thanks, Jim. And a solid performance for Rodman, 33 minutes, 11 rebounds. Certainly did a decent job, but the questions do remain about the future of Dennis Rodman. Will he be in a Chicago Bulls uniform next season? Now, moments ago, Peter Vesey talked with the regular season most valuable player, Karl Malone of the Utah Jazz.
Karl, you said after the first 2 losses that was the low point of your professional career. Has this taken it down another rung?
Well, it have. The guys played hard. We did a lot of good things out there, whatever, but you got to give them credit. You come in, you play hard. I never got in the rhythm at the free throw line and stuff like that. You always look back on it now, and obviously that was big, but the guys came and played hard, and we've had a great year. Don't take anything from those guys. They played hard. They did what they needed to do down the stretch, and we had opportunities. We just didn't do it.
I think we both agree that you did not play to your MVP standards or your usual standards. Do you feel you let yourself down, or the team, or the city?
No. I don't feel it at all. I've had a hell of a year. And I'm not going to let anybody second guess that, because when you start doing that, you might as well quit. And I'm not a quitter. I don't feel that. You know, I felt I came out and I played hard. I didn't have the kind of series I would like to, and everybody will say whatever they want to say, but not at all. You know, I came out and I tried to play hard every night, and sometimes the shots might not be there or the free throw, but the effort was there every night. So, no, I don't feel like I let anybody down. If they do, the hell with them.
Larry Bird said to me before coming into this series that there was a huge pressure difference between the Western Conference Finals and the Finals. Did you feel that?
Nope. No, I didn't. I felt that we didn't do some things. And like I said, obviously I didn't play up to the way I wanted to play. The hell with what you guys wanted me to play like. I didn't play like I wanted to play. And I didn't feel any different pressures at all. I just never got into the rhythm that I wanted to get in. And if I was letting anybody down, I don't feel like that. I just felt like I didn't have the kind of series I wanted.
Thank you, Carl. Back to the floor now.
All right, Peter Vesey in a conversation with Karl Malone, our NBA Finals coverage continuing here from Chicago. We have much more to come. The Chicago Bulls have defeated the Utah Jazz in 6. We'll be talking with Utah coach Jerry Sloan when we return. Time in his career, Michael Jordan, and you can see the confetti all over Michael enjoying the championship trophy. In NBA history, only 2 franchises, the Boston Celtics and the Lakers of Minneapolis and L.A. have won more championships than the Chicago Bulls, but the Celtics were defeated 3 times in their 19 finals appearances. Lakers won 11 titles, but they lost 13 different years in the finals. The Bulls are 5-0 to show you how impressive what they have accomplished. 5-0 in finals competition and have never been pushed to a game 7. They have defeated the Jazz here tonight in 6. Let's get back to Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Mark. Well, I just spoke to the Bulls chairman, Jerry Reinsdorf, about the possibility of all 3 guys returning next year. Rodman, Jordan, and Phil Jackson. He said he wants to simply enjoy this evening, not answer those questions, not get into a discussion about next year. However, he has indicated and has been quoted within the last week as saying he definitely wants Michael Jordan back, and he is leaning toward not breaking up this team, which would indicate that he would like to also have Phil Jackson back. He would like to do Michael Jordan first. However, he knows Jordan's desire and wishes is to have Jackson done first. So he said these proceedings could take anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. But he is leaning toward, as he has been quoted as saying, keeping this team intact. Dennis Rodman's question is still up in the air. Marv?
All right, thank you, Jim. And as we promised moments ago, Pete Vesey had a conversation with the head coach of the Utah Jazz, Jerry Sloan. Let's go to Peter and Jerry.
Jerry, at the end of Game 1, you elected not to double-team Michael Jordan, and you paid the price. Today, you double-teamed him, and you paid the price. What made you change your mind?
Well, we just felt like we had a quicker lineup on the floor, and that's why we went with it. We thought we might be able to rotate and try to get to him as we came down the stretch, and it didn't work.
You've always had a grip on reality. Can you put it in perspective what it means to finish second out of 29 teams?
Well, you still lost. That's the bottom line, but... Chicago's a terrific team. They make it very difficult for you to get anything from an offensive standpoint, and I thought our guys played hard, and they're just so difficult, long and big, and rangy. But I'm proud of the fact that our guys played as hard as they could. We made some mistakes that always hurt you, but missed a couple of shots. But that's what it's all about. You just keep coming back and try it again.
Despite the loss, can you still look at this as one of the highlights of your career, if not the highlight?
Well, it's been fun, but to a certain extent. But you don't have a chance to really look and see what's happened, other than the fact that you've got to play every day. It ends up being a little bit like the regular season, only there's a lot more intensity involved, and there's not a lot of time to really sit and enjoy anything.
Thanks, Jerry. Now we'll go back to the floor.
All right, Peter, and it was a magnificent season for the Utah Jazz. They win a franchise record 64 games, but beaten here in the finals in 6.